Namaste and welcome to the Arts Sunday Project podcast. My name is Abby Sabetti, and if this is your first time listening to the Arts Sunday Project podcast, don't forget to check out our previous episodes. You can listen to our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and Google Podcasts. During the week, I made a few more Bob and Bosip covers, and I put them here. I do not support Amor, I just made these covers for fun, as always. Some of the storylines have covers, well, scratch that. One of the covers has a storyline. Sorry about that. I have no script for this. But anyways, same thing as last time. I am going to give an explanation after each cover explaining why I made it or how I made it. Well, you already know how I made it. Probably. Wait, did I tell you? Nope. I used FL Studio. Don't pay them money for this because I'm not getting paid for it. Anyway, enjoy the cover. That was a cover of the song Normal from Normal in the most normal mod ever. It's about Normal from the popular comic Garfield, as you might have noticed. And the song is called Normal because it's an eponymous song. For those of you who don't know what that is, an eponymous song is when the character sings a song which has the same title as their name, like how Pico sings Pico, Senpai sings Senpai, and Normal sings Normal. I made a cover of this song because it just sounded good, and I decided that it would be better if Bob and Bosip sang it. Next song. That was a cover of the song Gossip from Friday Night Shooting. It was originally sung by Nene and Pico, which is why Bosip only sings in E's. Well, at least the note, he actually uses the O syllable the most. And yup, I was watching a Utah cover of Beyonce and some other guy, I forgot his name, singing Gossip, and I'm like, Bob and Bosip. I don't know how my mind went from Beyonce to Bob and Bosip, but whatever, stuff happens, and you have a nice cover now, so no complaining. Next song. That was a cover of Confrontation from Friday Night Funkin's Secret Histories. The reason why Bob's audio quality is terrible is because this is one of the first covers I ever made, so I didn't know that turning the volume up all the way would result in terrible audio quality, but it's too late for that, and it still sounds good, so it didn't really make a difference. Anyway, next song. That was Madness from the Tricky Mod. It's a very popular song because Tiki and Tricky sounds like he's saying some words during a part of the song. Sadly, neither Bob or Bosip sounds like they're saying those words. But whatever. It's just a cover, right? But it's still good. Yeah. Anyway, next up is the storyline with the cover. So get ready, folks. It's story time. Before I start telling the story for the roasted cover I made, please note, some people who have been bullied may relate to some of these insults, so yeah, it might trigger warning, please. Just if any of that stuff makes you uncomfortable, just skip to the cover, because yeah. Anyway, storyline goes something like this. Bob and Bosip are walking down a sidewalk. Both were still upset due to their mod being deleted. Jeez, Bosip, Bob sighed. What are we gonna do now? Bosip hated to see his best friend and crush upset. He put a comforting hand on Bob's shoulder. Bob looked up. surprised. Hey, Bosip told him, it'll be okay. We've had some tough times now and then, but we made it through okay, huh? Bob smiled. Yeah, I guess you're right. Then he frowned. Except if you count when we barely made it out alive after Halo. Bosip drew his hand to his chest, still bandaged and healing. Every touch, every breath, was like a shard of glass digging into his skin. He winced, then laughed. Remember when I took that bullet for you? Bob looked guilty. You didn't have to. Bosip cut him off. Of course I did. You were hurt too, remember? If I hadn't taken that bullet for you, if it had hit you or it hit me. His voice trailed off and he blinked back tears. Bob held his hand. You're right. We'll make it through this. Now was Bosip's turn to look shocked. He felt a surge of warmth flow through him. He was also 99.9% sure he was blushing. Thanks, he managed. Then they heard a laugh behind them. Imagine getting your mod deleted, a female voice said. Yeah, imagine, a male voice snickered. Bob turned around surprised. Bosip whirled around as well, ready to help his friend at the first sign of trouble. Boyfriend and Pinkie Pie were standing there, smug looks on their faces. Bob looked confused. What? Pinkie Pie continued tapping her hoof on the ground. Only weak, puny idiots get their mod deleted. Bob replied shakily. That wasn't our fault. Boyfriend smirked. You want to rap, Bob? Don't feel bad. There are lots of people with no talent. Bob drew back, hurt. Pinkie Pie grinned and laughed. I should give you a good kick in the teeth, but why should I improve your looks? Bob blinked back tears. Bosip snarled. Anyone who made his love cry had to pay. Leave him alone, he snarled. He snarled, his eyes glowing with anger. Pinkie Pie gave a dramatic sigh. Oh, what a man, huh? Boyfriend remarked, yeah, the kind of man you'd use as a blueprint for an idiot. He raised an eyebrow. Say, how'd you get here? Bosip opened his mouth to talk, and then Boyfriend shouted, Did somebody leave your cage open? Followed by lots of laughter. Bosip snarled. At least I'm not a midget, Mr. 2'7". Boyfriend mocked. Oh yeah? Well, how do you think your weedle friend will react when he finds out you're gay and you love him like he's your heart, your soul, your everything? Bosip felt like his world was collapsing and he was falling through his thoughts as they pelted him. I didn't want him to find out like this, he thought, his mind racing. Why? Why do you have to find out this way? Why? Bosip shook his head, snapping himself back to reality and spluttered back, his voice shaking. I'm bi, not gay. There's a difference. Bob looked at Boyfriend and Pinkie Pie, then back at Bosip. Bosip? What do they mean? Bosip looked hurt. His closest secret, the one he guarded for years, revealed to the person he had kept it from in the blink of an eye. He gave a pained look at Bob, tears welling up in his eyes. We'll talk about this later, Bob. Okay? I promise I can explain. Bob looked a bit hurt. Okay. Boyfriend said smugly. How about a rap battle? Not like talentless foxes. Haha, Tails got trolled reference. Like you can beat the king of rap. Bob and Bosip looked at each other and nodded. They had to teach these bastards a lesson. Bob shouted, Okay, fine. We'll send you idiots running back to Ponyville. Bosip leaned against the stereo. Bring it, kids. Boyfriend and Pinkie Pie looked shocked. How could we? Bob looked down at them and said dryly, Imagine losing to a weak, puny idiot. Bosip couldn't help but chuckle. Yeah, imagine. The two ran away before Boyfriend and Pinkie Pie could come up with a comeback. After they were a few miles away, they stopped running, panting. There was a full moon out. Bob looked at Bosip and asked, What did they mean by, I'm your everything? Bosip looked embarrassed. Bosip pulled Bob closer. I've loved you for a long time, ever since we were created. Everything you say, everything you do makes my heart leap. You're so cute and funny. I wish you loved me too, but... He chuckled sadly. It'll never happen, will it? Bob looked extremely overwhelmed. Bosip, I have something to tell you. Bosip looked surprised. Yeah? What is it, Bob? Bob blushed. Well, I just wanted to say that he pulled Bosip closer, and there, under the light of a full moon, the two lovers kissed each other. Then it was over. The two looked at each other, blushing. Bob smiled shyly. I love you too, Bosip. Bosip smiled back. We should probably go home. Both of them must be worried by now. Bob nodded, and the two walked off together into the moonlight. The end. Don't you just love happy endings? Thank you for listening to the Our Sunday Project podcast. Please like, subscribe, and share this podcast with someone you know. We'll see you next time.